Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Seth.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
You don't sound like you're fine. Are you having computer problems?
How did you know? It's like you read my mind.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a connection we've got. People don't know this about us, but it's like we share one brain. Um, I'm calling you to tell you that I could relate to this week's episode of The Best Years.
Because you had what seems like a bit of a connection with the professor over movies.
No, but I had sort of a crush on my film professor in college.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ask her out?
Yeah, I'm sure her husband would have liked that. No, I was like 18, she was like 30. It was not, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking while I was watching the show, there were like two instances at my school. There was, well, first of all, there was the hot professor that I totally had a crush on, that everybody had a crush on, and there were rumors that he had affairs with students, and then that ruined it. And then there was the professor that kind of hit on me and like another student, and
Really?
yeah, it was, oh my God, it was disconcerting. And like there was that, and then there was this experience with this female professor who did hook up with a friend of mine, a male friend of mine.
Whoa, I thought I was like, I had a crush on my film professor. Look at how art imitating real life. But you got this you're like, wow.
There was a situation. Yeah, she was like in her mid 30s, he was 19. But the whole attitude towards it was like good for him, and like she wasn't like pervy. She was like kind of a hero and kind of like cool. She bagged a 19-year-old dude. Like we thought that was like cool. And then the pervy boy professors, even though he was hot and he was like, really brilliant and like I was totally into him until I found out that he had hooked up with students. Then I thought that that was like wrong and
Mm,
crossing the line. What's up with that?
mm, yeah, you're a little bit of a double standard there.
Little bit.
I could see Emma doing a multimedia presentation about this.
Yeah. With Sean shirtless as she clutches his peck. Oh my God. Anyway, the other thing that I could identify with on the best years this week, random stuff with people going crazy seemed to happen at my college like a lot. Maybe
Uh-huh.
it was just my college.
Charles University, is that where you went?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was in Boston, but like a girl on my floor had a psychotic break freshman year. Like
Really?
became schizophrenic.
Wow.
Stuff like that.
Wow. Mary, I'm thinking I need to sever our special connection that we've got because you know what? I don't need to be dragged into the drama of your life. I don't know what's going to happen to me
I'm a drama magnet.
yeah. Wow.
She was really cool too. I always kind of wonder what happened to her. I hope she's doing well and medicated. But anyway,
All right. Moving on from
on that note,
the real life drama to the fictional drama, which we can make jokes about. It was sort of a double Lauren Collins night.
uh huh,
One where she had big colored streaks in her hair. The other one where she was making out with Deanna.
not a bad gig.
So Palex, I'm gonna settle that tonight. If it's
Okay,
Palex or Palex, I'm gonna talk Deanna. We're talking to Deanna Casaluce in a little while, and I'm going to ask her that, and she's gonna settle it, and her answer will be definitive, because when I say things about this stuff, people are like, "No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Shut up, you're wrong." But when Deanna says it, they have to listen to her. She's
yeah,
got the authority. So anyway, Palex/Palex seems to be it's solidified now.
yeah, and it was so sweet with a little snow falling, and it was all glowy in there. And
Yeah,
Toby was the Ice King.
Toby
It
was
was
the Ice
like
King.
this, and Emma's not pregnant.
She wasn't faking it though, like I suggested she might be. Whatever. The more important thing is that we finally learned that yes, Ellie and Jesse did do it.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe they hadn't before, but they have now.
You know what I was thinking? That
What?
scene when Margot walks in on them, they both have their shirts on, I think.
So
So
maybe they got cold.
so maybe they're still just making out and oh whatever. They did it. She got birth control. Who are we kidding? But never mind, because we're calling Deanna today, which is exciting because people have been asking for her. I feel like it's been
It's been most of the time that we've been doing this
yeah,
podcast.
very
People have
early
been asking
on
for
we
her.
got a lot of requests for her, and I'm sorry that it's taken us this long. It was mostly a matter of like when was the perfect episode to
It's because you didn't want to talk to her. I kept saying, let's talk to her this week, and you're like, no way, I'm not talking to her.
Oh,
It's like, no,
God.
seriously, Mary, this is
Such
the week, and you're like,
fire.
and you were like, no. You said, you actually said, I'm never going to talk to her, and then you started crying.
Why must you turn this podcast into a podcast of lies and deception?
Regardless of the reasons why, she's on now, and we're going to call her.
And she's a sweetie. I met her once, and she was like the nicest girl ever. I'm very excited.
All right, let's call her.
Okay.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, Deanna.
Speaking.
Hi, this is Mary and Seth from theend.com.
Hi, Deanna.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
Hi.
I completely forgot, but I'm home.
You're home? It's okay?
I'm horrible. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Is this a good time? Do you need
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, good,
Cool,
good.
cool.
So how are you guys?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you, Seth?
I'm fine, thank you. You're at home today, you said?
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm just packing up and getting ready I'm leaving in 2 weeks to LA.
Wait, permanently?
Permanently, yeah.
That's
Wow.
huge.
Yeah, it is huge. So I'm just getting ready for that.
Whoa.
Are you excited, or are you scared, or what's the
I
feeling
don't know.
here?
I'm in denial right now that I'm leaving, I think. I've never lived away from home, so this will be quite different, especially since I'm, going to be across the continent. So
This is huge. I'm so glad we're
Yeah.
catching you on the cusp of a
I
major
know.
life. How are your friends back home taking it?
Everyone is kind of also in denial because nobody's ever really left before. Even my friends, even when they go away to university, they don't go way away. They go to UTM or whatever, University of Toronto at Mississauga. So there's a lot of everyone's just kind of like, what? You're going away, far away,
Do you have
So-
friends out there?
I have my management out there.
Okay.
So are my friends as well. And yeah, it was funny. I was in the mall yesterday. I was shopping for a pair of sunglasses, and I have to fill out this warranty thing, and you have to put in your your name and your address, and it's like, can you put in your address? And I'm like, oh, I'm moving, so I'm not going to fill out my address. Oh, that's okay. Where are you moving to? Oh, I'm moving to Los Angeles. Oh, no way. I'm moving there mid-August. I'm like, so am I. This is a girl who's around my age, really cool, really friendly. So we exchange numbers. We're going to hang out when I get down there. So, yeah, I already have friends down there.
Oh,
Before I even get down there. I know.
And it's a friend who is new to the area too, so you guys can explore together. Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, I know. I'm lucky.
Well, while we're talking about you moving to go to Hollywood and start your movie career, I was reading your Wikipedia entry, so I'm just we'll just have to confirm or deny this one rumor that's in your Wikipedia entry, which
Okay.
I don't know if you ever read your Wikipedia entry, but you should, because it's fun to see what people add into
I read
those
it
things.
once, and it said I was of Peruvian descent, which is not true.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'd love to be of Peruvian descent as well, but I'm not. So I don't know how that got in there. Cool.
Now it says that you're going to be playing Sailor Mars in the Sailor Moon movie.
Yeah, that's all over the net, eh? I mean, I'm flattered that someone would cast me as Sailor Mars in the Sailor Moon movie, but no, I have not been offered that role. I'm not even sure that film is actually being made. But it is made. That would be pretty cool, action movie. I just finished a film actually in Vancouver, and there was a bunch of stunt sequences and stuff that I had to do, fighting scenes. So I could totally do it if I want. I could totally be Sailor Mars.
That's awesome.
I did a bit of that on the show too, so I wasn't completely.
Yeah, you
lot.
did that knockdown with Miriam
Yeah.
in the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
This one is a
You
little
got her
more.
knee right in your face.
Yeah, this one is a little more intense. There's chairs breaking over people's backs and stuff. It's a little more intense.
That's what
what
Degrassi needs, man. More chairs breaking over people's back.
Yeah, it's not intense enough.
That's when it would really go there.
But back on the friend subject, moving down to LA, I think Adamo and Lauren are planning to come out in the new year, I think around February for a couple months.
Oh, for months. That's
Oh,
awesome.
really?
Yeah, for a couple months. So I'm going to have them to hang out with.
That's
Are they going to come
Yeah.
stay on your couch?
No, I think they're going to get a place of their own
Oh, that's awesome.
and hang out together, yeah.
That'll be really fun, man. Degrassi
Mhm.
storms
Yeah,
LA.
half the cast will be down there. But
How did you decide was it ever a decision between New York and LA, or you just knew it was going to be LA?
I knew it was going to be LA because that's where this line of work is kind of, focused and centralized in that area.
Yeah.
I would have loved it to be New York because I'd love to live there. Like, that's somewhere I'd like to live in the future for sure. If I wanted to kind of take the theater route and stick with theater, for sure I would have gone to Manhattan. But I really want to pursue film.
What is it about film that makes you attracted to it?
Oh, God. I love the intensity of film. I love the challenge of being so truthful that, a camera can be on your eyes. And if you don't believe that you're telling the truth, then it's not going to be quality work.
Oh, wow.
And I love that. I love that about film. I love that, the truthfulness that comes through.
I have a question from a user. Unfortunately, I don't have the username right now because I'm not on my own computer, but I will put it in the Insider. But she was asking if random lesbians walk up to you on the street and tell you that you're hot. She said, "'Cause you are," and you can tell her I said that.
No, nobody comes up to me and says that I'm hot. Actually, most people who recognize me will say something very subtly. Like the other day, I was at the mall again, of course. Yeah, I'm a shopaholic. Love to shop. So I'm at the mall, and the cashier's just ringing up the sale, and she's like, "So you're leaving the show?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm just going down to, I'm just gonna go to the States for a bit, see what I can do there." And I'm thinking to myself, like, I just said it like casually, like it's somebody who I've spoken to before. Then it hit me. I'm like, hold on, I've never spoken to this person before. How does she know who I am? And I'm like, oh yeah, the show. So like people aren't like overtly like, oh my god, you're so hot, oh my god, you're on Degrassi. I would love more of that. No, people are pretty conservative over here if they recognize you.
So when you say you're leaving the show, are you in season 7 or are you gone as
No, I'm in season 7.
Okay.
I am in season 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, here, this is an extremely important question that you have expertise on.
Okay.
The word that's used to describe the Paige-Alex relationship, which I'll spell, Palex. What's the correct way to pronounce it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't create the word, but I think it's Palex, isn't it?
Okay.
So you say Palex. Okay, that's what we were debating this a week or two ago.
Are people saying Palex?
Well, Palex could be right too because Paige.
I think if it was Palex, it would have to be like Pailex. Palex.
That's a really good point.
Okay.
Pretty certain that it's Palex.
All right,
okay.
It's definitive. Now that you've said that, we'll spread that out to the world that it should be pronounced Palex.
All right, cool.
You will be the world's foremost authority.
When did you learn, about the whole Palex storyline? And I guess how did you learn about it? Did they come up to you and say, listen, would you be okay with doing this type of storyline? Or did they just say, here's a script, see you tomorrow?
You know how it first came about? Well, the first wind I got of it was when my mom was watching the show, and before any of the producers ever said a thing to me about it, she said, I think that they're going to make Alex a lesbian character in the show. And I'm like, really? What makes you think that? She's like, I don't know. My mom just kind of got a hunch about it.
Weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. But and then like a couple months later, well, before each season starts, cast members have an opportunity to meet with Linda Schuyler, and who's the producer of the show, and just talk to her about what you think the season's going to bring, or any of your expectations, goals, that kind of thing. And she's really great like that. She's really great about keeping the communication open between her and the rest of the cast members and crew members. So we're speaking, and she said, so we have this idea for your character. We think that, maybe she kind of discovers that she's a lesbian. And I said, I just kind of sat back there, and I was like, that's so interesting, because I was thinking about what my mother said, so I wasn't surprised by it at all. But that's when I first, got wind of this, of the relationship.
Maybe Linda Schuyler had covertly called your mom and said, "Here, I need you to subtly plant this idea in Linda's head."
Well,
so that
I wasn't. I think people just expected me maybe to be uncomfortable with it or something.
Right.
I wasn't at all. I mean, I've said this in the past. Like a relationship is a relationship is a relationship. Love is love is love. So whether the relationship is between Alex and Jay or Alex and Paige, I'm gonna play it as if I have feelings and falling in love, because it's the same idea, right?
Right.
So.
And then how about the exotic dancing storyline? How did they break that to you?
Oh,
How did
they're
you feel
just like,
about it?
so Alex will be stripping. This was like season 6. And, well, of course, Linda wanted to make sure I was comfortable with that. And I said, absolutely, I'm comfortable with that. I mean, Degrassi, although, it's very provocative, I knew that I would not be taking much of my clothes off. I knew that I'd be pretty covered.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I loved it. I love the challenge of, doing a storyline like that where it's all about the emotional journey. You're not really seeing Alex up on stage taking her clothes off. All you can see, all I have to show the audience is the emotional battle.
Yeah.
Which was, a challenge, and it was awesome. So yeah, no, I had no problem with that at all.
I don't know if this is like a difficult question to answer, but like, how do you feel in general? Like there are women who have written books about how I put myself through Harvard stripping, and there's some women whose take on it is that they're exploiting the men in the audience, and then there are some women whose take on it is that the women are being exploited. Like, how do you feel about that?
I try to remain really objective about all those type of things that you can really sit on the fence about. I mean, we still live in a very sexist society where women are being degraded constantly in media and wherever. So for a woman to say, I'm taking charge, I'm taking control when I'm on stage and I'm taking control of my own sexuality, I think that's a great frame of mind to have. But you have to think about the way the men in the audience are perceiving you. They are not, I don't think most of them are perceiving you as you having control over them. I feel like most of them are probably perceiving, them having control over you. Come over here, I'll flip you some money,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And I think they're looking at these women in a degrading way. I don't think they're putting them up on a pedestal. So for the majority. But you know what? I can't really say that, and it's not fair for me to say that a judge and because I've never been to a strip club.
Right.
And I wanted to go, especially once I got the script. But because I'm such a kind of humble person in my head, like just imagining being in that situation where I had to do something that I felt was degrading for me, for the purpose of, saving, for a family member, for, a greater cause kind of thing, sacrificing yourself for a greater cause. I didn't feel like I had to put myself into a position to get that feeling. But, it shouldn't be a big deal. Nudity shouldn't be a big deal. Female sexuality shouldn't be a big deal. It should be fine if, women want to, take their clothes off, go topless, do topless dancing. Right. But unfortunately, like I said, the society that we live in, there's lots of sexist undertones and everything. And, yeah. Does that make sense? I go off on, like, major tangents sometimes. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about studying women's studies in college or anything?
Well, I'm a philosophy major in school.
Oh, get out!
Yeah, and I'm doing a minor in social psychology. So I took a couple feminism courses in philosophy. So you learn about that. I don't know what I'm talking about though. I mean, I'm just a third year philosophy major. So
you sound like you know what you're talking about to me.
I still have a lot of learning to do. But
are you going to be going to school at all in LA?
I always wanted to go to UCLA. I don't know why. Something drew me to that school. I mean, it's a great school.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to transfer a lot of my courses over, and I don't know how many courses would actually transfer over. Plus, I would have to write my SATs and stuff and get all prepared for that. I mean, I do plan on finishing school for sure. I'd like to get something beyond my degree. I'd like to maybe get my PhD in philosophy as well. So I kind of see learning and education as like a lifelong process. I have my whole life to do it. I can't see myself ever really stopping school. I love learning. Like, it's a leisure activity for me. I'm a big geek at heart.
An academic, for the term academic.
Okay, I like that term better.
All right, we'll let you get back to moving your life across the continent.
Yeah.
Well, it was really nice talking to you guys.
It was really great talking to you. Good luck with your move and with your new life in LA, and we'll miss you, and hopefully we'll see you again.
I hope to see you guys.
All right.
All right. Well, it was really nice talking to you guys.
It was really great talking to you, Deanna. Have a great
Okay.
day.
Enjoy the rest. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Deanna. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Deanna Casaluce, PhD. Dr.
Seriously?
Dr. Deanna Casaluce.
Doctor of Philosophy.
She's awesome.
She is.
My new hero. Every week I get a new hero. I'm so fickle.
I'm sure Deanna will enjoy her 7 days as Mary's hero.
I think I got a little carried away, like, kind of asking her essay questions because she was so smart.
And I'm sitting there like, who has better hair?
Well, normally my line of questioning is, what does so-and-so smell like? So,
Right.
not like I'm going to hold that against you. All right. Awesome podcast, Seth.
Thank you, Mary.
Way to cast that pod. South of Nowhere next week.
South of Nowhere next week. Yep.
Woot woot.
Season premiere, hour long.
Sweet.
All right. I'll talk to you then, Mary.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.